Welcome to the chilling tale of Tamworth, a town that looks serene from the outside, but hides a depth of darkness few dare to acknowledge. Today, we continue the journey, plunging deeper into the heart of corruption, betrayal, and crimes that debase the core of humanity. You won't believe the sinister truths we are about to uncover. Imagine a town that's the epitome of community spirit, peace, and goodwill. That's Tamworth, or at least, that's what it was supposed to be. But oh, how the facade crumbles when the cracks begin to show. The smiling, trustworthy faces of public servants masked a horrendous truth. A truth that spells betrayal at every level of governance. Everything you thought you knew about small-town public administration is 100% wrong. The story begins with Mayor Colin Murray, a figure respected, admired, or so it seemed. But just beneath that polished exterior lay a man involved in practices that would turn heads, even in the most corrupt circles. The entire city of Tamworth learned about his escapades to China in August 2017, a trip framed as fostering economic growth. What truly unfolded would shake the foundations of public trust. Rather than benefiting his community, Murray engaged in acts that can only be described as sinister. Intentional sabotage of business ventures, manipulative trade practices, circumventing established agreements, all for personal gain. The fallout: businesses left devastated, dreams crushed, entire community robbed of opportunity, contracts awarded in good faith were randomly cancelled, handed out for free, or manipulated to suit the ambitions of a select few. Can you picture that? Community resources worth millions squandered like loose change, all while the public remained clueless. Hard as it is to fathom, this was only the tip of the iceberg. Enter Paul Bennett, General Manager of Tamworth Regional Council, a man whose role was meant to ensure diligence and proper governance. Instead, Bennett turned the local government into a puppeteer's playground. Correspondence meant to encourage industrial projects and sports infrastructure was weaponized against honest business entities. Canceling property sales and undermining development plans of monumental scale became second nature. Lives were disrupted, aspirations crushed. Why, you ask? For wealth, for power, for the selfish agendas of an inner cartel driven by greed. Let's talk numbers. A $3 million deal involving swimming, baseball, and community operations that would have brought national acclaim got abandoned in favor of shady handovers. This wasn't just an oversight. No, it was meticulously orchestrated corruption justified under the guise of politics. And let's not forget Mayor Colin Murray, now in a lucrative role as Chairman of Infrastructure Australia, a promotion courtesy of alliances in high places like Barnaby Joyce. Yes, the very people meant to hold others accountable were networking, plotting, and profiting. But wait, there's more. We're talking Billions of liters of storage capacity crippled. A potential game changer for this nation's energy future erased. Just like that. The saga doesn't end with figures and contracts. Oh no. The corruption metastasized into broader systems, truly showcasing how far the threads of deceit reached. It's globally connected. Overseas bank accounts, international money laundering, collusion with foreign entities. A royal commission could barely scratch the surface. Think about it. Ministers using public funds for personal gains, all under false pretenses of infrastructure builds, some of which don't even exist. It's like a heist movie, except real lives, livelihoods, and national futures pay the price. And while we might expect the worst from certain individuals, what happens when entire systems fail? From law enforcement to the judiciary, the shadow of corruption looms large over every institution. We trust these organizations to protect us, uphold the law, and foster peace. Yet here they are, perpetrators of crime themselves. Is it any wonder people feel abandoned, betrayed, and helpless? Whistleblowers who dared to challenge the system were promptly silenced. Some faced threats. Many became targets of defamation campaigns, and others found justice inaccessible, and the consequences weren't just legal or financial. This was about communities imploding, crime skyrocketed, businesses, once teeming with life and potential, now deserted. Take, for instance, the story of one global business leader who tried to bring change, a beacon of hope for an economy riddled with stagnation. His vision for job creation and infrastructure upliftment excited the town. However, his dreams turned into a nightmare as the council, law enforcement, and others conspired against him. Brutality, manipulation, and exploitation ensued to push him out systematically. It wasn't just a business deterrent. It was character assassination and community betrayal. It's not just one isolated incident. From drug trafficking supported by law enforcement to government officials directly implicated in laundering money, the examples run rampant. Violent crimes against innocent business owners, strategic defamation campaigns to suppress dissent, and even property theft orchestrated under official endorsement all point to a state-sponsored criminal enterprise. Imagine a town captive to a network of power and greed, where the very stewards of law prey on their people. And the ripple effects don't stop in Tamworth. Similar stories echo across regional Australia. Communities drained of resources, safety compromised, moral fabrics torn to shreds. From schools left underfunded to inadequate healthcare facilities, the repercussions are endless. The effects trickle down to ordinary citizens. Higher crime rates, skyrocketing costs of everyday living, generational poverty, all tied to those governing us. An entire nation's promise dimmed under the weight of corruption. Who stands to answer for this? Who steps up, not just for justice, but to ensure history doesn't repeat? There's one glimmer of hope amidst this chaos. A group of tireless individuals risking everything to dismantle these systems of deceit. These unsung heroes are going against giants, exposing the corruption, piecing together the truth, The narrator.